So everything begins with self. And I've been spending more time on my cushion in the morning, and I'm keenly aware that mindset, generosity, right, the way that we are kind to ourselves, compassionate to ourselves, or grumpy to ourselves, or grumpy to others, it's a mindset. And sometimes we have the ability to shift it quickly, and other times it takes a while. This is why we practice. So when you take this seat, or you're reclined or you're standing, give yourself a moment to just breathe spaciously. And if it's possible, to arrive. And that's the closing of the eyes. And to me, the arrival is draping myself in that cloak, visible. Sometimes I have a blanket, or invisible, of kindness, of generosity. And in that space, the abundance is I am breathing. And for me, I tend to work with the mantra, may I heal, knowing that if it begins with me, may I heal, ultimately it connects to we, may we heal. That may or may not resonate to you. The invitation is to land on your mat and to start right here and to breathe. So that turning toward is self. And hopefully there's a little bit of that kindness dripping into your breath, and that ability to dissolve planning what will happen later and looping what happened before. And this is a very brief meditation. So, my hope is that you can get steeped in that loving kindness, that loving awareness. And if the loving part is tough, be in the kindness or the awareness. And if the awareness is tough, be in the loving. And if the kindness is tough, be in the loving. So we have this offering to marinate in our breath in an authentic way, especially right now when our outer ecosystem, our outer climate can feel like it's pulling us to a space that isn't kind, isn't compassionate, isn't the we. So if you're reclined, join seated. Seated, friends, a little taller through your central axis, yeah, and wider through those collarbones, hands, heart center in prayer. You can weave into the fabric of the practice whatever that intention, the kindness, the love, the healing, or a dedication, someone you know, or maybe even someone you don't know. We do an audible release, and then we do one devotional om. Take a deep breath in, open your mouth, inhale. Blink your eyes open. Just shrug the shoulders up by your ears. And then take a breath out and roll them back. And then you can rest your hands on your thighs. You can hold your arms up and fold fingers. We're doing Kapalabhati, sharp, short breaths, right? Ignition is happening. And when we ignite, we invite more heat, more fire. Exhale everything out. And then slowly just round your back. That involves scooping your navel to your spine. So just round your back, whatever position your legs are in. And then slide your hands in, squeeze your elbows, lift your chest and your chin. This is arching, little clear through the throat, communication from head to heart. And then come through that central space, reach your arms up, bend your elbows, side bend over to your right. This is your right. Yeah, this is your right. I'm mirroring you. So as you side bend over to your right, anchor your left sit bone. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, side bend. Relax the shoulders away from the earlobes over to your left. Plug in that right sit bone. Inhale up through center, twist to the left, through the center, and then twist to the right. Center now. Going forward, we use Ujjayi Pranayama. Breath in through the nose and out through the nose. So you can hit your playlist, come into the pose of the child. If the pose of the child is not comfortable for you, choose a pose that is. Feet together, knees wide, and you just start exactly where you are. Feet together, knees wide. Start to notice, can you bring more breath into your body? And you're shaping the conversation you have with yourself simply with an inhale and an exhale. You can come back to this shape throughout the practice as often as you like. Rock forward onto all fours, shin bones parallel. Scoop your navel around your back. Here's that same movement. And then flex your feet, articulate your spine the other direction, arms and thigh bones like pillars, hands and shin bones horizontal. Point your feet round your back, scoop. If you feel like you need a little more churning in the low belly, rise the knees 1, 2, 3 inches. Slowly lower the knees, flex the feet. I actually feel my hands kind of squeeze back toward my thighs. They don't move, articulating that arch, that ripple, and then hover the knees there. And then gently lower the knees, point the feet, lean left and right, right and left. Get into all the little spaces that you need to, nooks and crannies before taking Adho Mukha, downward facing Svanasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So whatever little areas of your bodies feel like they might have a little hitch, a little gather, smooth your breath out and start to just allow that feeling in the body of moving water, hydrating the body, and having gratitude that your body works this morning. Downward facing dog. So you start to pedal. If your down dog requires you, to grab the sides of the mat or to be on your forearms, totally fine. Take that inhalation and let the body slide forward into the plank. Check out the strength from the inner thighs through the muscles of the corset. And then down dog. Pedal your feet in down dog. The foot ankle pump is so essential
to moving our breath in our body, how we land on this mat. Inhale, plank pose. Yet again, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Steady, steady. And then exhale, dog. Pedaling feet. Bend one knee and the other. Wagging the tail. Last time here, plank pose. Well, I mean, for this moment, we'll see it throughout the practice. And then let's do that decelerating high plank to low plank. If you need your knees down, go ahead. So it takes me about one long exhale. Maybe I add an inhale, super slow. I can feel subtle adjustments throughout my neck. Lift and roll your right thigh in, and then lift and roll your left thigh in. Press your toenails into the floor. Take your hands right back and grab for your glutes, your booty, and squeeze your elbows towards each other. Hover your chest. Chin drags toward the nape of the neck, and then add a lift in the legs. If this is too extreme for your body, make the modifications you need. Lift a little higher, softness, and then gently release your legs down. Take your hands under your shoulders, pin your elbows in. Inhale, lift your chest. This is low cobra. Exhale, release. Now we're going to do that hybrid low cobra shalabhasan. So you inhale, lift for bhujangasana, and then add a lift in the legs. That's that posterior chain waking up. Lift a little higher, friends. Gently release. You can push back through plank. I'm going to use child's pose. You could use child's pose, and then downward facing dog. So something we remember and we incorporate into this practice is lengthy breathing and a sense of unhurrying. What would it take in my body right now to just not rush? Inhale, lift the right leg. Take the right knee to the left elbow, exhale, and then inhale, rise. Right knee, right elbow, and rise. Knee to the nose or the chin, the chest. Step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down the top of the left foot. Inhale, your arms come up. As your arms come up, grab your left wrist with your right hand, side bend over to the right. Relax the shoulders. A blessing to be in the body. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hands to the floor. Inhale, mostly straighten the right leg. Steer that right outer hip back. There you go. And then bow the chin to the chest. Now I do soften my right knee to allow myself to feel what's happening today. And then bend the right knee, right hand to the hip. Left hand can go on a block, a water bottle, whatever you got. And you just twist. If it bothers your neck, you look down. If not, you reach up and spin. Spin and breathe. And then take that right arm over, right hand outside, right foot, plank pose. Here you are, right here, right now. Slowly, slowly lowering all the way down. Slow. So the slower, the more you can feel the micro movements and power up the body. Roll the thigh bones in, toenails down, reach the arms back this time, and then lift your chest. No extra work in the neck. Lift the legs. Smooth inhale. Lift a little higher on the exhale. Maintain inhale, really priming that spine. And then release, hands under shoulders. Narrow the elbows towards each other. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, stay. Inhale, lift your legs. Sometimes slumping happens. Let's use this practice to be the remedy. Lift the chest. No more slumping. And then release. The final one, a classic cobra. Inhale, little energy in the hands, a lot of energy in the heart space. Release down. Push back, plank in reverse or child's pose. Downward facing dog. We want the practice to meet us exactly where we are today, whatever day it is. Lift your left leg. Left knee, right elbow. And we focus on what we're capable of. Lift. Left knee, left elbow. Lift. Knee to the chest, chin, nose. And you know, if you need the help, the hand goes behind the calf. Otherwise, each leg is in their own lane. Inhale, the arms come up. As you feel the earthing in the left foot and the right shin bones, grab that right wrist, side bend over. It's a blessing to be here, right? That's what we tell the breath, the body. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hands to frame left foot and then mostly straighten. Steer that outer hip back. Cascade your breath through your body, and whether there's a deep release in the left hamstrings or a lot of resistance, find gratitude, uncover it. Find gratitude, uncover it. Bend the left knee, left hand to hip. You can look down to the side or up. You can extend through the arm. Inner thighs magnetize so the left knee doesn't wobble left. I noticed mine kind of go in there. Reach over, spin. And then take the left hand outside, the left foot, plank pose. This is our last decelerating chaturanga. So if you like it or you love it, whatever it is, slow and strong. Precision is power. This time the arms come out in front. Bet you weren't expecting that. Reach the right arm and the left leg. This is the diagonal that we dance with in the body, and then release. Left arm, right leg. And then release both arms. And if it does not bother your back, both legs. And yes, your elbows could be bent. So you could be in that goalpost, arms lift a little higher. What is it worth soaring for? Extending without overreaching, and then release. Push back, child's pose. The rest of the practice, you may do up dog, excuse me. You may do child's pose instead of down dog, downward facing dog. So nice warm up here, real nice warm up. Inhale, lift the right leg, right knee, right elbow, exhale, and then up. Right knee, left elbow, up. Knee to the nose, the chin, the chest. This kind of spring in the spine. Step the right foot forward. Reach both arms up, cactus them. And you know what's going to happen. We're going to floss. Inhale, straight and strong through arms and right leg. Exhale, track right knee above ankle and bend elbows. Inhale, chin can be level or tipped up. Exhale. One more time, in breath. Out breath. Beautiful. Take your left elbow under your right. If that's not possible, prayer your hands. Yes, the back knee could be down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, scoop and round. Inhale, come up through center. Ooh, throw your balance off. Reach the left arm forward and the right arm back. Take the left hand to the floor, right hand up. Smooth your breath out. Be with your breath. So hydration, lubrication. Reach over. Now listen, when the right hand comes outside the right foot, all you will do, and you can watch if you need to, is bring that left knee forward around your back, and then the left leg back, look forward. Okay? 2 more like that. Can you do that? Round and scoop, exhale. Inhale, arch and look forward. 1 more, round, arch, and then slowly vinyasa, plank pose, chaturanga, yogi push up, that is, up dog or urdhva mukha, down dog. So you can start to feel the breath, the prana, the life force, the blood, the chi, whatever you want to call it, movement, flow. Breathe. Inhale, lift left leg, left knee, left elbow, and up. Left knee, right elbow, and up. You don't have to do any of it. You get to do all of it. Knee to the chest, the chin, the nose. And step forward. Each leg is in their own lane. Sit, cactus the arms, and then floss. Inhaling, exhaling. In, out. It's a breathing, moving, open-eyed meditation. In,
We aim to be present. When we're distracted, we just name it. Oh, that's distraction. Right elbow underneath, arch the spine. Ooh, round it. Inhale, come up. And then right arm forward, left arm back. I'm reminded we're surfing in our body, right hand down, left hand up. So sometimes the swell, the tide, the undertow will catch us. Breathe, smooth, reach over, spin. Left hand outside left foot. Yes, you know what's happening here. Slowly, right knee is coming forward and you're really rounding yourself. And then right leg's going back and you're inhaling and looking forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Left leg back. Yeah. Vinyasa, down dog, child. With me. So beautiful. Walk your feet to your hands. As many steps as you like. Walk your feet to your hands. As many steps as you like. Place your hands on your shins. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward and down. Softness in the knees. Grab for an opposite elbow and let your body just lean forward and rock side to side. Let's see it for those of you who have your screens on. Yeah, little more bend in the knees. So we can, yeah, some of you could bend your knees a little more bend. Good job. More breath. Stay with it. Uh-huh. And then slowly place your hands on your shins. Inhale. Maybe your hands go to your thighs. Lengthen. Exhale, deep dive fold. Thank you for this body. Bend your knees and come into Utkatasana. So we go right into Utkatasana, right into that bent knees, zipper the legs. If you like the feet apart, you take the feet apart. Let's take our hands down by our sides. You know, I love the breath of happiness, mostly because this is something we can control. It's 3-part inhale. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Open the mouth. Okay, you coordinate your arms if you know how. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Open your mouth. We're changing our mind. In, in, out. It's not happening to me. It's not happening for me. It's happening through me. In, out. I don't know how it happens for you. Is it happening to you? Is it happening for you? Is it happening through you? In, out. 3 more. In, out. Last 2. In, out. It's nice to hear our own breath. In, out. Inhale, spring up, fountain that body, flourish that heart, extend those arms, exhale, fold forward and down. Everything begins with me and continues to we. Inhale, lift the chest. You may hop back, step back, crawl back. You can go right into down dog or chaturanga. Dog, downward facing dog. One classic warrior one on the right. Step the right foot forward, turn the left heel in. From the platform of the feet, rise up. Yes, the hands could be on the hips. Yes, you can take any expression you like with your arms. And I want to remind you, we go in to the blueprint of ourself and just feel, where can I find micro movements to be more laser-like with my focus? Especially right now when they say it's 8 seconds that we pay attention and then our mind wanders. 8 seconds. So we use this sacred practice in our mind, our body, our heart. Let me be here, not scrolling, not other. Let me be here. Hands come to the hips, or we weave fingers. I'm going to lead with my right thumb. So on the other side, I lead with my left. Exhale, fold forward and down. If you need your hands on the mat, take them. Humbly bow head to heart. Sit deeper,
Breathe. That Sat Nam, So Hum, I am. Hands down, plank pose. Roll onto the left hand, Vashisthasana. Do you need to be on your left forearm? Do you need your right foot in front? Where can you streamline front to back, top to bottom, right to left, inside out? Reach over. Right hand comes down, could be child's pose, could be an immediate down dog, could be 3 chaturangas, or move and breathe. Without a sense of urgency, Step the left foot forward. You can rise and step. Right heel in. Breathe. From the foundation, we all know the foundation, it must be rooted in something. And then we rise through. Whatever it looks like. And how significant it feels to me, you'll never know. You won't see it. It's a feeling. It has a texture. And in that concept, feeling texture just for me, it's a private moment in my body. It's a sacred moment. And that moment is happening for you as well. I just want to remind you, it's not gymnastics, it's not extreme stretching, it's not Cirque du Soleil. You are refining what you can refine to move forward, to move onward. We don't look back, we're not going that way. We keep moving forward. We know there's a feeling sense of what's behind. Hands to hips, left thumb leads. Inhale, lift chest, chin. Exhale, fold. For me, I'll let you in on a little secret. Every time my balance gets thrown, every time I kind of fall out, it's another call to take refuge in the practice. Humbly bow. It's another moment to wake up. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I lost my track. I begin again. May I heal. Hands down, plank pose. Roll to the right. Vashisthasana, you could be on the forearm. You know all of the options. So don't make excuses why you can't. Show up. Reach over. Down. Vinyasa. To be here is a blessing in your body. Walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat. 2 fists in between your big toes. Index, middle finger, slice first and second toe, okay? And then you lean forward, you inhale and lengthen, and then you use your recruiting muscular energy in those arms. You hike shoulders, bend elbows, and lean in. If you are blessed with stiffness, you are blessed with knees, bend them. You got this, friends. Lean in. More breath. Use your breath. Use your breath as the main conversation between the seen, what you feel, and the unseen, what you have yet to feel, visible and invisible. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, walk your hands down dog. You want a vinyasa, take it. You want 3 chaturangas or stillness in down dog, that's great. Smooth your breath out. So hum, sat nam, I am. Step the right foot forward, turn the left heel in, come into warrior 2. I just shift my orientation. This is my right side, shoulder girdle above pelvis. That's that pillar through the spine, individual intelligence. And then we widen our collarbones, wisdom of the universe. Those who came before us, teachers, elders, ancestors, all embodied in the shape of reaching, extending without overdoing, overreaching, and allowing that vertical line
Oh, tap into my wisdom, your wisdom, the me that is the we. And then we inhale, straighten the front leg, the back of the hands touch. Exhale, bend. We're just moving. Inhale, ungrip the toes. Exhale. One more, my friends. Inhale. Exhale, sit deeply, reverse warrior. Smooth. That inner lining of the right leg, it tracks the right knee to the best of your ability above the ankle. Doesn't matter if it ever gets there. It's the intention. I'm moving in that direction. Inhale up through warrior two. Exhale, bend. Inhale, mostly straighten. Now, my stance feels too wide, so I shore it up. If yours does not, recruit. Second time I'm saying it, that quad lifts into Utthita Trikonasana. So you could stay here. You could guide your right hand down, left hand to hip. Little bend in the knee if you're a locker like me, and then ripple those left ribs toward the back body. That left hand can reach up, over, or behind. The right hand can reach under or stay where it is. Wherever you want to be in the expression, be there. Again, the right knee is not like a blinking light, so it doesn't droop and then rise, droop and rise. You do your best to just allow long lines of energy. 2 arms, 2 legs, the spine. Long lines. Without tension, just engagement. Bend the right knee, the right forearm to the thigh, or the right arm on the inside, the left hand to the hip, or the left arm over. Spin the left ribs. Smooth your breath out. Smooth your breath out. So beautiful. Both hands down, vinyasa. So beautiful. Whatever it is, let it be. Whatever it is, let it be. Change your mind. Be here now. Lift your right leg, knee to nose, same right leg and up. Knee to nose, up, one more, knee to nose. Step right foot forward, come into warrior two. It's a transitional shape. Mostly straighten the right leg, turn toes in, heels out, hands on hips, front body stretch, front body stretch. Connoisseur of my breath. Exhale, fold forward and down. Hands to the floor. This is a moment for those of you who want to invert. You could invert, inhale, lift your chest, exhale, fold. Lean into those toes, lengthen the spine. If you want a wider stance, can take a wider stance. Hear and feel and know I am breathing. Lean in. Smidge of a bend in the knees goes a long way. I am breathing. Inhale, lift the chest. Turn both toes out, Bend the left knee. I'm bending my left knee, so I'm not mirroring you. The right kneecap faces the ceiling with a little bit of a bend. Yes, you can. And then slowly, gently, you switch sides. It's slow, it's gentle. Switch. Kneecap faces ceiling, smooth. Breathing in, I'm breathing in. And then you come through center, toes go in, heels go out, right where you started, hands on hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn the right foot forward, turn the left heel. I move my left leg into its own lane and I cut my left outer edge of the foot 45 so the contents of the left side of my ribs can go forward. This is a great moment. You just ground yourself. This is a great moment. You just get kinder. Now you take a deep breath in. I'm going to guide my right hip back and reach the left arm up for twisting triangle. You can do hidden prayer or both hands can go around your right foot. Little bend in the right knee, big bend. So the left hand can go inside, top up. Classically, it's outside and you spin. A lot of people don't like this shape. Sometimes you get into it and you realize, oh, it's too short. You take it back. Oh, it's too wide. You narrow it. Whatever you need to do. Maybe look up, in ribs, steer right outer hip back.
Not in a hurry, not in a rush. Not in a hurry, not in a rush. Both hands come down. Now listen, slide your left toes all the way back, bend your right knee and just take easy twist. Easy twist. Just to rinse out if there's any residual sort of foliation that needs to happen through that right side body, internal shower. Right hand down, friends, vinyasa. Right hand down, vinyasa. If there's any shower that needs to happen, let it happen. Beautiful. Step your left foot forward. Nothing fancy. Warrior two. Remember the first one, we didn't do anything fancy with the leg. Warrior two, the left leg. And we feel that shoulder girdle above the pelvis, the best that you can. And then you track the knee, the arms horizontal. And then we guide the flow. Inhale, mostly straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. How can you be skillful? Inhale. Exhale. Reverse the warrior. How can you take on, just like you only have one atlas, one world, one head on your shoulders, how can you take on what is right aligned for you? Only you know. Only you know. And if you pile it on, my friends, and then you're resentful and you don't ask for support, this is your choice. And some of us know this well. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit. Inhale, mostly straighten. Shore up the distance. Lengthen Utthita Trikonasana. Micro bend, whatever expression you like. So what I'm saying is the practice is here to teach you to be present. Many lessons to be present. To use support. To use support. Oh, I need a block. Right? I'm going to use my block. Maybe I don't even need it, but I'm going to use it. If we don't know how to ask for support, if we think we do it better than anyone, we will be left doing all of it. Yeah, all of it. The practice is here to teach us. So we keep showing up. Bend that left knee, forearm to thigh, or you can keep using the block. You could use the block on the inside. Yeah. If you don't have a block, I'm sure somewhere in your house you have a big book or 3 big books, towel you could bind. We want this practice to remind us we are all moving in the direction of liberation. That's what the sacred texts say. The thing is, one more reach. We don't receive it liberation for I, we receive it for everyone. So we are all only free when we are all free. Hands down, vinyasa. Not when I get there, when we get there. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. So it baits that question. Is it happening to me, for me, through me? Lift the left leg. Knee to the nose. And up. Knee to the nose. And up. Knee to the nose. Step the left foot forward. Warrior two. Mostly straighten the left leg. Toes in, heels out. Sweep the arms wide. They're on the same line. Inhale. Exhale, fold. You can grab the outer edges of the heels or the peace fingers can grab the big toes. Inhale, lift your chest and fold. Now it's just a shape-shifting practice. One pose, folding and unfolding into the next. Yet it has a lineage and a legacy. And its precepts and its principles are based on presence, generosity, the community, the Sangha. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, toes out, heels in. Bend the right knee, bend the right knee. Now you might just come for the physical practice. Totally great. And you might actually think, I wish she would just stop talking and just tell me to get into Skandasana. Totally great.
I believe you don't even hear me if you don't want the Dharma. It's the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, the divine, the teachings, switch sides, and the community. This is how we prosper. You could do it all alone. Absolutely. But do you want to? This is the inquiry. Through the center, toes in, heels out. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Swivel, lead with the left leg. Swivel, I'm going to do that, swiveling this way. Lead with the left leg. Inhale, reach that right arm up. And exhale, come forward, come forward. If you're taking twisting triangle. If you're taking hidden prayer, you're taking hidden prayer. Good, more breath. Spin. Now, when I spin here, the reason I switched my view is for those of you looking at the screen for a moment, that contents of the left outer hip go back. And that's where the intensity, it rises in the outer seam of the left leg. Hands down. Slide. Yes, the right toes back. Track the left knee. And then easeful twist. Breathing. We use rotation for inspiration. Reach over. Hand down. Vinyasa, down dog, child. Yes, child's pose is totally legitimate. Plank pose. Plank pose. Lower onto the right forearm. Take the left hand behind the head. Speaking of twisting, you could take the left foot in front. Let's tap the left elbow to the right thumb and then up. Yes, 2 more. Exhale. Up. Whoa. Exhale. Up. Let's come on to the left forearm. Give ourselves a moment in forearm plank. Roll onto the left forearm. Hand behind head and tap and twist and rise. Where do you fade your mind? Tap and twist. And where could you be more mindful? Tap and twist. Come on to the forearm. Right, where do you give up? Give in. You could give everything. Dolphin plank if you want. If you want a child's pose, take it. Dolphin plank requires you to walk in. Now you could stay right here. This is beautiful. If you would like, you can lift the right leg. You can lift and lower it 3 times. Or, like I've been saying, you can lift and kick and lower. When you do that, there's a moment in time, if you want to, that you kick. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. And then you give yourself a breath and you begin again. And you have to begin on the other side. Left lowers and rises. We do this just like our fingers so that we can come into our body and find a moment. Find a moment. Maybe you're kicking, maybe you're not. Doesn't matter to me. You find a moment where you lack preference and you just have precision. Lack preference, just precision. Come out, come into the pose of the child. That's your cookie. Pose of the child is your cookie. We're still moving though. We're going to give ourselves a moment here. And then your forearms are going to come down. You're going to slide your right leg back and your left leg back, forearm plank. Steady. Lower the knees, the thighs. Point your feet, lower your pubic bone. Keep your navel tethered. You can stay in the low or the medium or the high, wherever you are in the Sphinx, remember it's a uniform back bend. So my low back feels very safe. If yours feels hijacked, you back off and gently release. I'd like you to bend your elbows wide and rest your forehead on the palms of your hands and shake your hips out. How can you breathe in a way that reminds you you are enough? Period. Not if you can lift up or get a leg behind the head. Just for being, just for being. Grab your glutes again. You may have a faint memory of doing this in the beginning of the practice. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs, bend your knees. So you don't have to grab your feet yet, okay? You don't have to lift your legs, but if you can, you do. And then you straighten your legs. Maybe you close your eyes, bend your knees. It's not significant what you see, or it is. Straighten. One more, bend, lift, straighten, lower. Stack the palms the other way, shake out the hips. Now, if that felt like too much, you go back to just holding onto the bum and lifting a little. If you want a little more, when you bend your knees, make sure your upper thighs roll in. When you bend your knees, you'll grab your feet. Your face ought not get unattractive. So if you have to do something to your tongue to grab those feet, if your eyes have to bug out of your head, and then you just kick and you lift. Now, it does not matter how high you get. Not at all. I close my eyes because I don't want my ego, that edging the grace out of it. I don't want it to tell me you're not high enough, Bex. You're not kicking enough. I just want to feel the shape shifting, and then release. Now turn your gaze over your right shoulder, my friends. Let your legs go and let yourself feel the aftertaste of the shape. In that moment, you get to decide, is it worth doing again? Is that shape allowing your heart to flourish? If you're shaking, is it flossing your neurological pathways? So you can do that shape or any of the ones before. So there's something to do here. This is not a belly shavasana. Let's go, let's kick. Whether you have a visible or invisible neighbor, inspire them. You know what I'm saying? So inspire them. That does not mean compete. It does not mean compare. We know that's the thief of joy. It means just inspire. My invisible neighbor, my visible neighbor, I inspire you to breathe. Breathe. And then release. Look over the left shoulder, shake it out any way you want. If your breath, if your body needs a moment of traction, you can push back into down dog or child's pose. Down dog or child's pose. A moment, we are coming back to our knees. So go ahead and stand on your knees. Stand on your knees. Now, you have the wall maybe in front of you, maybe you don't. You can bring yourself there, and we're going to reshape that. So that same shape you just did, belly hugging spine without forcing pubic bone forward or back, right in the middle, that equanimous, that feeling of co-contraction. And you just lift. Here it is, that same shape. Now, if this is too much for you, look forward and down and just be here by squeezing elbows. If it's not enough, you take it back, you lift, and you see if you can find your heels. If it's too much with your feet pointed, your feet are flexed, right? You just limit that. If it's too much there, you just hold. Be with what is true for you. What is true for you? And then slowly come up and out and sit down. Again, there'll be a pretty intense aftertaste. So hum, sat, nam, I am. That's where you go to, not like dissecting what just happened. Feel. We're going to fold our thumbs in, wrap fingers, go, arms back. We're going through that fists of Anger, I call them fists of freedom. That's what they say in Kundalini, though. We're just rinsing and we're washing, because this also stirs the chest and it puffs it. And we are doing another round. You don't have to. We are, though. We're going into that space of, some of us have been slumping. Some of us have been curled up in a ball. Right here, right now, we're going to ask of our heart space, like a divine hand, to massage it and show up and stand tall, so that we have something worth standing for instead of just collapsing. No slumping asana here, okay? Release. So one option is just to sit right here and lift your chest, okay? So you can do that. That's a back bend. The second option is to go right back into your Ustrasana camel. And then for those of you who have Supta Virasana, reclined hero, you know it. If you don't know it, today's not your day. So you're sitting in between your feet. I got to adjust my toes sometimes. I got a little adjustment there. And then I just start to go back. And when I go back, I'm not in a rush, not in a hurry. Supta Virasana. Camel friends, you're in some camel. Seated friends with your chest puffed. Puff your chest, right? Like a happy peacock. A happy peacock. I don't know if you've seen one of them. I'm sure you could Google it, but lift your chest. Just embody what you think, what you feel. What would a happy peacock look like? A posturing peacock. Posture the regal you. And then slowly come up and out. So if you were in Supta Virasana, it's up and out. If you were in Ustrasana, it's sitting down. And if you were in the shape of right here, it's just blossoming. Let's turn the palms of the hands up and give ourselves a moment. What is the texture and the quality of the work that you are doing? And if you've totally abandoned yourself, you're planning or you're looping, okay, see it, begin again. Down dog. That's how we train. That's how we train ourselves. Down dog. We've got to be where we are, and that is on our mat. You want a vinyasa, take it. You want to stay in down dog, stay. And then slowly bend your knees, look to your hands. You're going to come onto your bottom, so you'll sit. You can jump your feet to your hands or through your hands. Maybe you can jump through. I'm not going to jump through. I'm going to slowly let my spine scoop and drip. Scoop and drip. Drip down. And then my palms are turning up. Turn your palms up. Roll your shoulder blades towards your spine. There it is again, that puffed chest. Feet are parallel. A block could be in between your legs and you're hugging it. And then lift for a low bridge. Setu Bandhasan Sarvangasan, the bridge with the walking path. The bridge with the walking path. Why do I share the Sanskrit? To inspire you, not to intimidate. Lift the hips, to inspire you. Slowly come down. You can come down bead by bead of the spine or not. Go right back up. Go right back up. For those of you who want a wheel or 2 rounds of wheel, you can do 2 rounds of wheel. For those of you who just want to be right here in the half bridge, you could stay. And for those of you who want to lift a leg in the half bridge, left leg could lift first, point and flex the foot. Lower. Right leg could lift, point and flex. Lower. Hips lift higher. Then down you go. Third time's the charm, so you decide, you decide. Are you willing? Are you willing? Are you willing? Go up. If you want your wheel, your hands come underneath you.
If you're half bridging, lifting one and then the other, those are the legs, then you come down. When you know you're complete with the bridging, you can hug the knees in, curl the head and shoulders up, curl a little higher. Hands under your head. You don't have to do this set, but it's always nice to just cleanse with a little bit more of that direct intention to the abdominal region. So we tap the elbows outside the thighs and the knees and the nose come close. And then we tap the toes down in the back of the head. 2, when you exhale, you're engaged. When you inhale, you come out of it. Exhale. 3, use your breath to rinse that last bit through you. And then we have one more shape that I will offer, but you can obviously do last one what you like. Right elbow to the left knee, left leg stays in, right leg goes out, and you twist. 6 on each side. This just rinses again. I'm using that word because we're bathing in our breath. Bathing in our breath. I'm on my last one. Good. And then land the feet, hands down. 3 options. One option, do what you want. And what you want could look like an immediate shavasana, legs up the wall, whatever it is you want, an inversion. If you want to be told figure 4 on your back or pigeon, so cycle through a vinyasa, lift your right leg and come forward, or double pigeon. They're all the same, right? So right leg crosses and then you come forward, you're on your back or you're in pigeon or double pigeon. To me, it's all the rotators and you just meet yourself where you are. And if there's a lot of resistance, right, we use our block. We use our block. And sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's so much resistance, we have to come onto our back. So double pigeon, figure 4, pigeon, whatever you want. I'm timing it so we have 30 seconds on each side and then shavasana, okay? If you don't want any of these shapes and you want to be in shavasana, lie on your back. Switch sides if you're doing something that's two-sided, i.e. if you're in pigeon, sweep that right leg back and up and do the left side. If you're in double pigeon, switch whatever side you are on. Ooh. If you find a little sweet spot and you got to modify what you're doing, stay with that. Sometimes it's more acupressure than anything. Good breathing. And then slowly get out of there. And if you need a twist, take a twist, otherwise unravel. Sometimes we can use our body, right, to just bring us into the space of feeling. And sometimes it may feel like all the time, and sometimes it may feel like none of the time. So you're fully unspooled in your shavasana into the depth of the unravel. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare
Hey Narayana Vasudeva Hare Om. If you need more time to rest and restore, stay longer in Shavasana. If you feel refueled, wiggle fingers and toes, wriggle wrists and ankles. Rub pads of feet, palms of hands. And then reach and extend arms and legs. And then roll to the right, hug your knees into your chest. Come up to seated. Hands, heart center, whatever your intention, your mantra, your dedication. May it allow you to move through your day with more ease. Namaste, my friends.